Nothing beats a Keurig coffee machine. Well, happy Thursday night. If there is such a thing, yes, I am enjoying a late night coffee. Probably the wrong thing to drink if I'm trying to go to bed later. Couldn't fall asleep tonight. It's about 10:30 or so p.m. Eastern Time here in Ohio. Normally I would do these comments corner podcast shows on the weekend, but it's been quiet on the weekend. So let's try Thursday night. And if by some miracle somebody pops into the chat, I will stick around and say hello. Hope you're all doing well. Let me adjust the mic here just a tad. And yeah, I think that's a little better, I think. I'll go back to OBS. Go a little bit higher. And yeah, there we go. Okay, that's better there. So I hope all you guys are well. I do these live shows, podcasts at random. If you want to catch the next one, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Don't forget to click the notification bell because that's how you will get notified again. Normally did these on the weekends. It's been quiet on the weekends, so I have time tonight. Don't have to do much tomorrow except go to the service center, get my tires rotated on the car. But I don't have to get up early morning to do that, so I have time tonight to go into some of your comments, including, of course. Again, these are just random shows I do. Yeah, so if you're there watching, want to say hello, I will pop in the chat later. Okay? So here we go. Coffee. Background music, of course, is by my wonderful, talented dad, the songs from Italy. These were songs he was sending during the pandemic from his music vault while he was on lockdown. Thank God that is over. So, all right, let me bring up my notes here. And we'll go into some of your, these are just random comments. All right, so let me check the OBS stream. It's in the red. Why is it in the red? Oh, now it's in the green. I don't know. Must be one of those nights. Okay. Well, it's audio mainly, so no video, so maybe it won't hurt as much. All right. Comments. This is from Fluid Motion. Let's see. Fluid Motion 5586. He says, my Lexus has 235,000 miles on it. I love Lexus. Don't know why I ever got rid of my GS. Well, because you're a freaking idiot. No, just kidding. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I feel like I'm doing news and nonsense. I'm kind of curious, Capo. Why did you get rid of your GS if you love it? But maybe you can find another one? I don't know. Okay, so that's just a joke. Anyway, love you guys. Okay. You drink another swig of coffee here. I'm sorry. All right. Jason. Let's see. Jason Wilson, 556. The best Lexuses were the ones built in the early to mid 2000s, made in Japan. With proper maintenance, they can easily last over 300,000. Jason, thank you for the comment. I guess that may be true. I generally watch, to catch up on automotive news, I generally catch Scotty Kilmer. He likes all the Lexuses. Well, I think he likes all of them. I mean, I haven't seen all of his videos, but that may be true. I don't know. I think the newer ones are made in the States, or sorry, I think they're made in Canada. And I think Scotty has mentioned the ones made in Canada are good also. But generally speaking here, the Lexus cars in general, with proper maintenance, they can easily last over 300,000 miles. I think with Lexus are really probably cars that are built right. Follow the maintenance, change the oil, change the fluids. And watch out for frame rust, not body surface rust, but frame rust, especially if you live like here in Ohio, in New York, Northeast with the salt and snow. But yeah, frame rust that can destroy any vehicle. But yes, 300,000 miles plus, of course. Okay, this is from, let's see, we did Jason. This is from Heach. Hello, Heach. He says, 100% right. I never bought anything other than used Lexus and Acura. Acura, of course, is the Honda company. I've never driven an Acura, but I think one of my friends has one, bought used. But, yeah, again, these cars, these Toyota-built Lexus with proper maintenance should have no problem with reliability. Someone did ask, by the way, should I buy a 2018 Lexus with, I forget the miles, it was low mileage for 32,000. Sorry, I forget your name, but my answer is no. Something about also it was wrecked, if I heard that right. So I would say, yeah, do not buy that car for that price. I'm thinking more like 25,000 if it was like a minor fender bender. But the price seems a little bit high, even for a Lexus. Again, apologize, I forget your name. All right, let me drink a little more coffee here. I probably should not be drinking coffee this late, but I was thirsty for something different. Again, if there's anybody in the chat, I promise I will get to you. Let me get through these comments. Not too many tonight. And by the way, thanks to all of the contributors to the channel through Patreon and PayPal. Thank you so much. If anybody at all wants to sponsor a live show, the best way is probably through PayPal, or just send me an email, comment, and we'll get together. You can pick any relevant topic, but yeah, that's probably one of the main reasons I'm not coming on the weekends. It's just been quiet. All right. Let's see. We got through Heach and talking Lexus. This is from my dear friend Jeff Kelly, 5972. He says TOS. That stands for Total OS for the channel. TOS enjoys dual booting, and he wrote dual, D-U-E-L, as in fighting. Dual booting, Arch and Gentoo, very stable. No need for a Chromebook. Sure, I could just dual them out, Arch and Gentoo. Of course, this is talking about Chromebooks based off of Gentoo. I've tried Arch-based in the past. It's not for me. Again, that doesn't mean it's no good. It's just not for me. I haven't tried pure Gentoo, unless you want to call Chrome OS Flex Gentoo, which it is. But thank you, Jeff, for the comment. Good to hear from you. But what can I say, man? The Chromebooks very quietly have become the de facto Linux quality standard, the global standard for the masses. They just work. So, yeah. My coffee needs more creamer, but that's okay. All right, let's move on. Just a few more comments. Oh, Anarita2998, my dear friend from Canada. Hello, Anna. This was from the Microsoft wants you to try Linux, the Windows subsystem for Linux. I was on my break and came across your video, Toss, and I must say I disagree. I think Microsoft does not want to lose Windows users by them trying Linux and then having Linux do everything Windows does, and they are preferring Linux and wanting to get rid of Linux. So Microsoft says, hey, use Linux, but keep us Windows OS by doing this method, which is fine. I believe in my work, but I think Microsoft is trying to be sneaky. She writes more. Thank you, Anna Rita, so much for the comment. It does seem weird, Anna Rita. I believe the default setting to download Linux in Windows is Ubuntu through a command or two for the Windows Linux subsystem. I've never tried it, to be honest. Not really interested. Ubuntu would not be my first choice, but is it sneaky? I don't know. Does it sound weird? Yeah. Yeah, it does. All right, just a couple more comments here. This is from Justin Bethea. Hi. All of this is suspect as hell, I guess. MS propaganda at best. Again, it's just weird. And he continues, oh, and stay away from Ubuntu because this is what I was talking about, Ubuntu failing on me. Stay away from Ubuntu because, and this is quotation marks, I installed it wrong once and my computer wouldn't make sounds anymore. Sounds like a lot like a PIB, a PIBK, person in between keyboard and computer problem to me. Okay, and he writes unsubscribe. Justin, thank you for the comment. Sorry to see you go. You guys tell me, what is the proper way to install any Linux? I create a USB bootable stick, as I have been doing this since 2006. I installed the latest Ubuntu. Full install, not virtual machine, okay? Full install. Did the updates, rebooted, no sound. I actually was very patient. I actually tried it twice just to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. Of course I didn't. I had no sound. So Justin, I don't know what else to say. It didn't work. It just did not work. I was disappointed, so I cannot recommend Ubuntu. Sorry to see you unsubscribe, but look, I don't do these videos to be popular. I do these videos, I call it as I see it. Real world testing, okay? I don't take corporate money or corporate propaganda, as it were. So it is what it is, and I'm not the only one with problems with Ubuntu. Ubuntu is not the same since they switched to the GNOME desktop. It just isn't. Linus Torvalds, the father of Linux, the father of modern day Linux, I guess, called GNOME desktop an unholy mess. And the latest GNOME for, I forget which version, breaks all the extensions. I mean, come on, man. Anyway, Justin, thank you for your comment. Sorry to see you go. Come back. So we talked about Chromebooks. They have become the de facto Linux standard for the masses. I have 2 of them. No, they just work. However, if you're not into Chromebooks, you can try Linux Mint, the Mate version. Ubuntu Mate is good. Zorn OS is also good. Zorn has actually done a pretty good job modifying the GNOME desktop. Very good job. Of course, my #1 OS of choice for new Linux users is Chrome OS Flex, simply because there is zero maintenance. Either it works or it doesn't work. You don't have to type in commands or do this, do that like I have in the past. It just works. That's the truth. What can I say? All right, let me drink a little more coffee. I'll browse into the chat, see if anybody's there. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm in the chat. Wow, we have somebody here. Awesome. CFWWW. Hello. Hello to all. You have a 2021 RAV4. Nice. I have a cousin. She's a nurse. This past May, June, I lost track. She had a 7-year-old Honda. The transmission died. I guess it's these transmissions. Scotty Kilmer's mentioned them. I forget what they're called now. CVTs. I guess this one had the CVT. He doesn't like them. They can go bad. Well, it did. She was very upset. Anyway, she bought she was looking at a RAV4 or wanting to buy a RAV4 CF. And the salesman said, I'll be happy to show you one in 3 months. So she didn't wait 3 months. She bought an all-wheel drive Camry. I don't think that was her first choice, but she's a nurse. She does a lot of driving, and she needed something immediately. I felt so bad for her. And this is one of those situations where, as far as the RAV4 goes, she wanted me to be there to cut the deal, but they had a choice of one. That's it. Big ass lot. One Toyota Camry all-wheel drive. That's all they had. She had to pay full sticker. So having a guy there would not have made any difference, CFW. So I felt bad, but hopefully this one will last more than 7 years and not have transmission issues. I don't think the Camry has the CF. I think it's a CVT transmission, right? Those of you who are mechanics, correct me if I'm wrong. I felt bad, but yeah, maybe Honda isn't what it used to be, or at least some of them. The ones with the CVT transmissions, you want to maybe stay away from what I understand. All right, just listening to my dad's tunes. Okay. Uh, you have a MX23 live system that you're using now, CFWW? Okay. I believe I have tested MX in the past. I believe that is a lightweight version of the Linux system. I think I liked what I saw. It's been a while. Hey, if it works, use it. And I'm assuming you have sound because you can hear me. I'm sorry, Ubuntu. I'm not going to let this go away. Yeah. I'm sticking with my Chrome OS Flex, my Linux Mint, and my Chromebooks. I may install Zorn on my older laptop just to have it there, but so far I'm happy. Tonight I'm running Linux Mint Mate on my 50-inch TV while drinking coffee while doing my evening stretches. My leg stretches actually helps my back. I have noticed that. So if you guys have back problems, consider stretching your legs. Well, first see a chiropractor, then go from there. So CFW, what else is going on for this evening? And by the way, if there's anybody else watching, wants to say hello, please do have a question need help with, please post it in the comment. That's why I'm here, man. I'm doing this for you guys because I think it's fun to do these, us to connect like this. This is how we did it during the pandemic. I wish we could connect more on the weekends, but I don't know. Times have changed. Let me have some more coffee here and we'll chat a little bit more. I was looking at OBS. I guess we're still in the green. Okay, good. You know, I'm impressed. This is a computer from 2011. It originally had Windows 7, and I am able to dual boot this with both Windows 11, believe it or not, and Linux Mint Mate. This is really not the best computer for live streaming. The processor is outdated, to say the least. Maxed out with 8 gigs of RAM, but yeah, I could only live stream at 720 for this to be smooth. But for a podcast format, I think it's good enough. But hey, the computer still runs. Lenovo's are great for both Windows and Linux. So when it's time to move on to a more modern computer, I may get another Lenovo. Something like that. Or maybe an HP, I don't know. What computer brand do you have? Oh, you just posted it. Sorry. You have a Acer 17-inch refurb Chromebook. Cool. Yeah, I have an Acer 15, the old one, and the Lenovo gaming Chromebook. I think it's called the Yogi. It's Yogi Bear. No, I think it's called a Yoga. It's late night. So you love your Chromebook, the 17-inch. CFW, how old is that one? Nice big screen, by the way, 17-inch, nice. And let me ask you, have you had any issues? Let me be more precise. Have you noticed a single bug in your Chromebook, CFW? I haven't noticed anything in mine. Now, if you haven't heard, Chromebooks that were built in 2021 and beyond will get at least 10 years of support. Not just security, but feature updates. That is the best out there. Those of you who have MacBooks, you have told me I don't have a MacBook. Don't have the budget for one. That's even better than Apple. Even better than the $2,000 Apple machine. A $200 freaking Chromebook is going to give you better support than a $2,000 plus Apple machine. If that doesn't make Chromebooks the king of Linux, then you tell me. Because then I don't have a clue. Da, 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 da. You know, I'm drinking this hot coffee, and I may have to turn on my fan. I'm starting to sweat. Whew. Hang on a second. Okay, I had to turn on my little fan here. I'm starting to sweat. I can't believe I'm sweating in October in Ohio. Nuts. Incredibile. Incredibile. That's incredible in Italian. Oh, okay. So you bought the Acer 17-inch for $250. You know the newly announced Chromebooks Plus. They start at $399. We've talked. This is something I've been talking about. God, so many years. The sweet spot for a Linux powered machine for the masses. And I've been talking about this for the last, I don't know, 6-7 years. The sweet spot. Some of you may recall. I know you will. The sweet spot for these Linux-powered machines for the masses that you can buy in Walmart is about $400, right? I guess Google took my advice. Who knew? You owe me a commission, Google. You owe me a commission so I can buy a new computer, okay? You see what I'm saying? So you got it for $250 for a refurb. That's great. How old is it, CF? And no bugs. Now think about this. A Linux-powered machine, based off of Gentoo, in case you didn't know, with 0 bugs. Now, they may still be in there. I'm not saying it's perfect, but they don't affect the user experience, so who cares? So for all intents and purposes, a Linux machine, no bugs, nothing to fix, no terminal commands, no rebooting to fix something, no downloading this to fix that, 0 bugs. I did not see Chromebooks coming as the leader of the pack. I didn't, and I've been using Linux since 2006. Did not see it coming, but hey, it is what it is, all right? The Ubuntu bug, the last problem I had, really disappointed me. Even though I'm not a great fan of the GNOME desktop, I've learned enough to customize it and modify it to make it work for me. But man, having no sound, I was not in the mood to solve a puzzle, as it were. And you guys know I'm fairly patient, fairly fair. But man, if you install any system, do the updates, and no sound, and you do it twice just to make sure you didn't miss anything, still no sound, it's over. It's over. Who sings that song? Is that Cher? It's over. Something like that. Oh well, Ubuntu was a nice ride. I feel like in Godfather 2, Michael Corleone to his brother, Fredo, you broke my heart. You broke my heart. Ubuntu, you broke my heart. Certainly felt that way. But hey, if you want to try Ubuntu, you may not experience the problem I had. Go ahead. Ah, that was good coffee. I'm all out of the Keurig coffee cups. Anyway. Speaking of updates, let me see if my Mint has any updates. No, I am up to date. Very good. It's great doing these shows on a 50-inch big screen. I can read better, even with my glasses on. It's great. Anyway, I will stick around a little bit longer. CFWW, it's great to have you here. I wish we had more people on. Like I said, I try to do these on the weekends, and no one's been showing up, so I am open to suggestions. And of course, if somebody sponsors a video, I'll schedule it and we'll do it. I keep getting these phony corporate sponsorship emails. I just automatically delete them, you know. One of the disadvantages of being popular. Yes. Yeah, I wish. CF, what do you use your Chromebook mainly for, if I may ask? I'm curious just how well these Chromebooks Plus are going to sell for the holidays, because these are basically Chromebooks with minimum higher end specs like double the processing power, double the RAM, from what I understand, full HD screen, camera, maybe some other higher specs from what I read, starting at about $400, which is, I think it's fantastic, along with the 10 years of support. It's the best deal out there, I think, in computers, in laptops at least, for what I've seen. So I actually just bought a new Canon printer, and I have to do the test to see if it's easy to hook up to Linux. I'll let you guys know. All right. You have the Acer 2023. Okay. The newest one, 17-inch Full HD. Okay. Touchscreen. Nice. Yeah, mine is too. 4-core Intel Pentium, up to 3 gigahertz, so 8 gigs of RAM, 60. Okay. So 10-hour battery. Got it. Titanium gray. Okay. So it's probably not the Chromebooks Plus. However, your specs you are describing are similar to the Chromebooks Plus machines, which means you may, Google was saying, even if it's not an official Chromebook Plus machine, you can still download the updates to get the Chromebook Plus features, CFW, from what I understand. And I believe one of my machines can also get that because the machine has the specs necessary to qualify for the Chromebook Plus features. But $250 for, let's see, 4-core Intel, 8 gigs, and 64 gig. Okay. Yeah, the battery life on these machines is outstanding. But the main thing is, so yours is 2023. Yeah, you will get 10 years of updates, features, and OS. You can't beat it. You just can't. So, yeah. And the touchscreen is nice, although I don't use my... You know what's weird? I keep forgetting mine has a touchscreen. Seriously, I just don't use... I'm so used to tapping on the keyboard instead of touching it. It's too big to use as a freaking tablet. It's like holding the Ten Commandments, rock tablet. It's so big. Anyway. But that's an excellent deal. Yeah. and you still have the manufacturer's warranty. Yeah, that's an excellent deal there. Absolutely. Did you get the some of these I think have an adapter to hook up to HDMI, unless it has an HDMI port, which is nice to hook up to a big screen. Okay, so you have it checking email and watching YouTube videos. Yeah, that is perfectly fine. Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. How's the sound on that one? The one I have, it has the speakers in the rear, which is kind of strange. They should be in front or on the top, but the speakers are in the rear at the bottom, and that's what I don't like. It's kind of like a muffled sound, but they really should put them in the front or on the top for sound. Just a suggestion, Google. Manufacturers for Chromebooks. The one I have has a lighted keyboard, and I don't think I can quite squeeze out the 10 hours with the lighted keyboard. If I shut it off, I might be able. And by the way, somebody asked, they have one with the lighted keyboard, and like it doesn't work. So to that person or people, I'm assuming it hasn't been dropped or broken. But if you have a lighted keyboard that doesn't work, something happened, check the settings or do a power wash, reset the machine, or download the updates, and it should work. Yeah, but I believe the lighted keyboard function is automatic. Now you can turn that off. But if it's capable of a lighted keyboard on the Chromebook, it should be automatic. All right, I'll stick around for just a few more minutes. See if you have any other comments or questions, go ahead and post them. Again, if there's anybody else watching, wants to say hello, has a question on this unusual Thursday night live show. Again, just a random live podcast just to see who is out there. I'm sure I'll get comments later, emails. Man, I can't believe you're on. I miss. Well, click the notification bell so you know when I'm on. I tried the weekends. Nobody comes on. Nobody comes on anymore. I know you're catching up with friends and family and all this stuff after the pandemic. I get it. Me too. I went to a fish fry last Friday night after the football game. So I get it. I get it. I kind of miss doing the weekend shows, I'll be honest. I really should go shopping for a new computer and get up to date, get into the real world, right? Instead of these dinosaurs I've been using. Anybody have a spare desktop they don't need? Let me know. I mentioned printer. Does anybody print anymore? I guess some people do. Okay, one last song in the background, and then we'll wrap it up. CFWW, unless somebody else jumps in the chat. What is the forecast for tomorrow? Let me see. It's partly sunny, high in the mid 70s. Wow. Not bad for Ohio at the end of October. The local Walmart here, I noticed, carries 2 Chromebooks. And this is not a tech town, not whatsoever. So that's surprising and encouraging. I forget which models, but yeah. Why not? All right, I think I'm ready to wrap this up. Just checking my phone for any messages. It's quite there for this evening. It's what time is it? It's 11 p.m. here in Ohio. CFWW, thank you so much for stopping in. I wish we had more people. Maybe next time again if you missed this. Hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Click the notification bell. If you have any suggestions for future topics you would like to, for me to discuss or us to discuss, let me know. If you would like to sponsor a live show, we can pick a date and a topic and go from there like we used to do in the past. I kind of miss doing those, scheduling those. Besides that, have a good morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are from. And if you have any more comments on the what we talked about this evening on buying a used Lexus or cars in general, sure, I could talk about that, or Ubuntu or Linux, whatever you want to talk about. Let me know in the comments below. This is really this channel over the years has morphed into a technology entertainment channel, or techtainment, as I like to call it, just to keep it, lively, fun, off the cuff, and not just pure technology, which I think sometimes can be a bit dry, boring, repetitive, monotonous. I try to keep it as fresh as possible. So, and I think that's what you guys like, and that's what I like to do. So, that's it for this. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good evening. Arrivederci. Ciao.